You said, "What good job."
All right. Welcome back to Left Lane Chronicles, where real roads meet real stories. This isn't just about riding, it's about what the roads reveal. Today's guests have 2 decades of love, loyalty, and long roads behind them. Together, they are Fire and Ice Chronicles, Foxy and Red Eye, a husband and wife who've been riding the nation, documenting their journey, and showing what it looks like to build something that lasts. From pack rally scenes to quiet stretches of country roads, they've got stories, and today they bring the heat and the cool to the left lane.
Hey, welcome.
Thank
How's everybody
you.
doing today?
Doing good.
Doing great.
It's great to have you guys.
Thanks for having
Great
us.
to have you, absolutely.
Yes, welcome.
Oh, yeah, that's
So, okay, I have a question for you guys. Being a couple on the road must be very vulnerable. So, what is the hardest mile that you've ever had to ride together physically or emotionally?
Ooh. I will say for me, I think it was our last trip to Cali. I think that was the hardest one for me so far. Only just because it wasn't just me and him. We were with, other people. And so a little bit of pressure, to, ride my ride. So I think for me, the heat, the element, and the pressure, that was a hard one for me.
Right on.
Uh,
I was just in Kentucky this weekend at a pig roast, and that heat was. I thought South Alabama was something, but
Listen, I think it was like 1:15 when we went through Nevada. So it was, yeah, it was hot. It was hot. Like nothing really helped, but just to get to your next destination.
Right, I can only imagine. I don't think I've ever rode in heat that hot.
have to throw a bag of ice up on the handlebars.
That, yeah. Yep.
That's
we've done that.
that's what you got to do.
Emotionally.
Ooh, I think the same trip. Same trip. What about you?
For me, physically, that same ride she's talking about last year, just because the heat and I got a hydraulic clutch,
Oh yeah.
it didn't like that heat. And so,
Mm.
I'm fighting that clutch, pumping it 50,000 times before we get ready to exit, just so I could build up any pressure. I mean, it made the ride not enjoyable. And emotionally, I probably say a few years ago, we were on a ride, and that's when she found out she don't like mountains.
Oh.
And we coming down the mountain, I'm having to worry about her, looking in the rearview mirror the whole time, got my heart going. So, yeah, we just avoid mountains if we can.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. You said something about, y'all being on the road together. So tell me, how has your relationship evolved since being on the road?
I'll let you answer that.
I think we learn how to communicate better because now we on centers, in your ear the whole time. Like, you gotta love each other to be out on the bike 15 hours a day and not listen to no music but each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No music. Look, I mean,
So, yeah, we don't really listen to music. We communicate the whole time. Even after 20 years, we still got a lot to say. Well, we really ain't saying nothing.
Surprisingly.
that's beautiful.
But yeah, so I mean, I think we learn to communicate better just because I can't really hang up on her.
God.
So we gotta slow down and actually listen to each other sometimes.
And I think, we're empty nesters. So no kids we have, they're here, still here, but we don't have to worry about them. But, so we both enjoy riding, and so getting out, that's an escape from just everyday life.
Mhm.
And to be able to enjoy it together. When you're empty nesters, like you said, you got to love each other. You know what I'm saying? This is the hard times for some couples, and you're trying to like find each other again, once the kids are out the house. And
Right.
yes, we started doing that beforehand because we knew like that's part of the process. It happens. And so we just figured riding together is what we like doing, and we get out there and we go do it. And it does help build a bond that we have.
Okay, so I feel
That's
like
awesome.
y'all like already know what I'm gonna ask. So we're just gonna go into the next question. You kind of touched on it. As you stated, I think it's beautiful. Y'all been together for 23 years, married. And I wanted to know what miles keeps your bond strong, like I know off camera. So
You know, I think for us, we've never been one to like sugarcoat things. I'm up front, he's up front, you know, and we work through those issues, you know. And so if you can communicate, and you know, we hard-headed sometimes, we listen sometimes I don't. And
blink sometimes if you need help. It's okay to blink, really.
What is it? What's the secret?
The secret? I mean, we're friends.
Yeah.
You know, not just my wife. You know what I'm saying? My friend. It's like real talk. That's how we first even started.
That's
You
how
know,
it is.
when we got together, I was trying to hook her up with my homeboy. You know,
Dang. you stole the homie.
Right.
Yeah, you know, I was trying to hook her up with my homeboy. She's like, no. You know,
Right.
we were just friends, and I mean, we actually still been friends. Like we enjoy being around each other, so that helps. Does she work my nerves? Yes. Do I work her nerves? I'm sure, but you know, I mean, just like friends, you know, let it go and move on.
And we know those boundaries also too, you know, like we're together a lot, but I have my time, he has his time. You know, you have to have those boundaries.
Love it. That's beautiful.
So how do you
So
find boundaries when you're always riding together? Would you just say, "Hey, I'm taking this exit, you take that one. Give me 10 minutes. I'll meet you back on the highway."
Well, you know, what the people see is us riding always together, but we don't always ride together. I mean, for the majority of the time we do, but he'll take his trip, I'll take my trip, and we find the time.
Generally, if it's a long ride, she likes to ride.
I do.
So she's gonna want to go. If it's me and the fellas going an hour down the road, she's not coming. You know, she can go with her girls or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we always record, long rides. We generally don't just do local rides too much recording. So that's what everyone sees. So it seems like we're together all the time, but we are together a lot.
That's a blessing being with your best friend. That's got to be the key to long and happy relationships, I would imagine.
You know, not surprisingly, but we have had a lot of people tell us that, oh, I wish, you know, my wife rode, or I wish my significant other would, you know, get out here and ride with me. So it's a blessing to be able to be out there together.
Let me ask you a question. I'm personally, I'm scared. I'm not. I don't let a wife ride or my fiance ride with me. I never did too much myself. I had a crossbone, so I had an old king and queen seat on it. It wasn't aggressive by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm terrified to have somebody ride with me. So how did you like overcome that and let somebody ride with you?
Well, he never lets me on the back.
Okay, well, never mind. Sorry about that. We'll move on.
Even when I'm like, I'm gonna ride on the back, he's like, "Nah, ride your own bike." I'm like,
Got you.
"Dang, okay."
Hey, why you do this like that?
My bad.
I got her into riding.
Mm-hmm.
She's had 2 brand new Harleys. I've never had one. I have 2016. She has a 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Your bike costs way more than my bike.
He's
It's
like,
not
"You gonna get
in the
these
garage. You better get on that thing.
You gonna get these pounds.
You better get on that thing. Not at all.
I hear you.
A couple of times he has let me on the back, but I probably can definitely count on one hand, maybe the many a times he's let me on the back.
True story.
Yeah.
He said facts.
You want to be you want to be a biker, right? You
Oh,
want to ride,
Lord.
right? You gotta ride even when you don't feel like it sometimes.
No,
That's true.
It's cool when you going out, but when you come, you gotta go back home. You like,
And that's the problem.
hey man.
The weatherman says it's gonna rain, but we still got a pound.
Yeah.
I gotta get there.
Shout out Little Bill. So has riding ever saved you guys, you think? For me, riding, after I lost my leg, to me, riding is a spiritual thing. And even building motorcycles, I think bikes have souls. So out there on that highway, I mean, how do you guys deal with that?
The question was, have it saved us?
Yeah, like has your writing, through your YouTube experience, has it saved you, whether it be not necessarily your relationship, just you as a person? You think riding motorcycles saved you?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
yeah. Riding motorcycles made me talk to people I would never talk to.
Right. I know it's me.
You know what I'm saying? We just gotta be real about it. So
I hear you.
it taught me how to open up more and be more social. She's always been the social butterfly. I've been the more stay in the cut in the background and all that. But since YouTube, I do socialize a lot more. You know what I'm saying? I actually like it too, surprisingly.
Right.
But I mean, so yeah, without bikes, I'll still be that one that's gonna go in, sit in the corner, and watch everybody.
I hear you. So when you guys film content, who's the planner and who's the freestyler?
I'm the freestyler.
Right on.
And I think a lot of our stuff is freestyle. We really don't plan much of anything. We just get on the bikes and we know we're going somewhere, and whatever happens in between the time when we get there and get back, that's what you get. So really, we don't really plan a lot. I mean, we kind of know where we're going, but yeah, we kind of freestyle it. And the people like that.
So maybe something I guess I could have asked you at the beginning, but could you guys explain to us your names, Foxy and Red Eye? How did you get those names? Or how'd they come about, I guess is a better question.
So from our original time first starting riding motorcycles, one of the first clubs that we were in, that's how we got our names.
Roger that.
And my name, contrary to most people's thoughts, does not refer to them smoking.
Okay.
I had allergies real bad where I had to get shots in my back and all that to see what allergen was bothering me. And when I first got in the club to riding, my eyes would stay red between like December and March. And that's just when I met them, and that's the name I got. And it's stuck.
That's dope. Okay, so next question. What is the one thing about your partner that surprises you every time y'all ride? Oh, that's gonna be good.
That he feels like I can do everything that he can do. And that's a challenge for me. So there have been times I'm like, dude, really? Okay, here we go. Let me go do this. So that he challenges me. So that surprise every time I'm like, dang, really? Here we go again.
You got an example?
U-turns.
Okay.
Clearly, he loves to do them. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And there's a height difference between the two of us, and I try to tell him like how you ride and how you handle your bike is a little bit different for me. Short people problems over here, and
Yeah.
he expects me to be able to, even if that little incline is just a little bit, it makes a difference for me and not for him. And he like, you ain't parked that bike yet? I'm like, I'm struggling. Can you help me?
Help me.
So he challenges me but it only makes me a better rider. So
Yeah.
I'm up for the challenge, but I'm just be like, dang, dude, here we go.
Dang, dude.
She don't like when I be hard on her like that, but then when she's riding with other people, she's like, oh, they're scared to do a U-turn, they're scared to do this, but she's comfortable with it now because I treated her like one of the bros. Let's get out of here. Let's do it.
So y'all can
And that's
constantly
something
push each
for
other.
me.
That's really good.
What
Yeah.
surprises me is her.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I've just been really impressed with her. I don't tell her that all the time, which I probably should, but ever since she went from a street glide to a road glide, the way she rides that bike, I don't have to look in my rearview mirror being scared, being worried every 2 seconds or whatever.
Roll glide or no glide.
You know what I'm saying? So I give her props on that. I'm surprised by that.
Right on. That's great.
That's dope. That's dope.
So I have a question for you guys being a married couple, and whether it be going to big biker rallies, say Daytona, whether it be going on the set, regardless of where you're at, being a couple, being creators, how do you navigate going to those different crowds, being a couple and being creators? Do you have fans that come up to you? Do you get nervous going to certain places? Like how does that work being, in the spotlight more often than not?
So as a couple, I would say like being on the set and things like that. Like we started out on the set together where we're at, so we've just never, had any issues or anything like that. They know him, they know me, we are respected in that aspect of it.
Mhm.
I think now with us adding the YouTube into our life, that has changed some things. I think we saw that more so in Black Wall Street, I think it was. And I was like, dang, people really be watching us.
Yeah, it's with the YouTube. I mean, you see the numbers or whatever. Oh well, so many people watched this or whatever. So many subscribers, but you don't really think nobody really watching like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you go out and someone stop you and then they tell you the whole video, like, oh, you watched it. You remember details that we didn't remember. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
I made that video months ago.
It's a weird feeling at first, and then you start getting it, and that's why anybody that walk up to us, we always try to be welcoming, nice, whatever, because we appreciate you watching the video.
Right.
You can do anything else with your life for that 30, 45 minutes because our videos be long sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we appreciate you watching it. If we got to be running a little late to shake hands with somebody and take a picture, we'll do it. But it was weird at first.
Yeah.
It definitely is weird. Yeah. They'll tell you the whole, like, I remember you went here and you did this, and you like, I did do that. But no, I get it.
The city we live in, we was living in California last time, and we was in Arizona, stopping at a gas station. We had someone tell us, hey, what's up, Red? So you headed back to Temple? Wait, what? Yeah, bro. But he watched the video, and he used to live in this area, so he knew from watching the video where I was at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just someone say that in Arizona, you like, hold on. Where you come from?
Right.
Beds. Wow. That's cool. So how do you guys balance being visible to the community with maintaining your privacy?
Ooh-wee. That's a really good question. I guess it hasn't really invaded our privacy yet, I guess.
It's only been one time that I wasn't on a bike or at a bike set or some type of motorcycle shenanigans going on that someone approached me. You know what I'm saying? And that was just at the local little Chevy dealership. And he was like, hey, I watch the channel, whatever. But mostly the only time I interact we interact with anyone is while we're out putting ourselves out there at events. So we hadn't seen that side of it yet. Hope we don't.
Well, and to add to that, where we live at is where we're from. So, I mean, we're in the community as volunteer coaches for Little League teams. He coached football. I coach track. Our kids, for years.
Nice.
We're retired from that. 15 years I coached. He coached just about as much as that, and so we're kind of known in the community for doing that. So it's not, we don't have that here because kind of people already know us.
Yeah.
That's cool. I just I know I asked Gab that back in episode 1 because she's the famous one here. She's got all the followers. So
No, stop.
I had to ask her what it's like being walked up to.
Yes, own it, girl.
No.
Sorry, you guys. I'm over here trying to make sure everything is running smoothly with the tickers and everything.
All right.
Oh, yep. And I gotta. You guys.
So, Red, I have a question for you. On bad days, let me. This is something I actually got. Normally, I don't write stuff down, but this is a question I got written down for you. Your chain maintenance or chrome polish? Which one are you skipping on a bad day?
Chain maintenance or chrome polish?
Yeah,
the chain maintenance. Ain't no chain on my Harley.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was an easy question. Let me tell you, I had a brother that put a chain on his Street Glide, and he wrecked that son of a bitch a few days later.
There's a lot of them to do the chain. But, hey, I'm still up.
Yeah, you keep that bad boy. You
He said you keep that.
keep it. chain. It's a headache to put a chain on a bike. It's because I mean most bikes don't come with chains now. Most of it, you know. So if you do have one, then you're doing more than most people are doing on a bike. That's for sure.
Not since the sport world days,
Yeah.
sport bike days.
Exactly. And you got to make sure you get it just right tightening too, because if not, let that pop on you on the highway.
I was on a ride with a couple of ladies and a chain popped on us and we were stuck on the side of the road. So
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a rough. That'll be.
road glass to the front.
So what would be your dream ride? Either one of you can. Well, actually, we'll let hear this from both of you guys. So what would be your dream ride if money and time weren't a thing?
Let's see what you would say.
He had the money, the money. All right, you know.
I'm not coming home.
The small dream is to make it to Alaska, but no money. I mean, we putting the bike on a plane, you know.
Mhm.
Shout out to my boy. You know what I'm saying? We going overseas and putting the bike down and riding. If the
That's
money
right.
ain't a problem, I mean, we just gonna ride the world in.
Man, they on Fast and the Furious and stuff right now.
Right.
you got to watch
Right.
it.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So I know you said that it's rare that you get on the back of Red Eye's bike, but if you were on the back of his bike and you weren't in charge of snacks, what would be some essentials in the tour bag? What snacks would you have?
Oh, okay. We gotta have some candy. We gotta have some hot tamales. We gotta have some jalapeno chips.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else we gotta have back there. I gotta have me some peanut butter crackers, some nuts, some mixed nuts, a little bit of everything. Hot tamales, some gummies. He likes snacks. He likes the candy gummies and all them kind of snacks, and I like chips and things like that.
Okay.
Beef jerky. We both like beef jerky.
Yes, beef jerky. I definitely love beef jerky when I'm on the road.
Yes.
And a nice little Red Bull. I'll try to sip it, you know.
Celsius.
I like the watermelon.
Oh,
That's
is that
what
what
we
I
have.
got right now? Show it, watermelon.
Okay, we right here. We right
That's why we having
here.
a Celsius. Celsius get you right.
Yes, gonna have these this weekend. Okay, we're gonna be on the road this weekend.
Oh, so Cruising on 2 says y'all should ride from there in PA to California.
Right from where?
Pennsylvania to California.
So we do have
Yeah,
some
road.
things on our bucket list that's in the planning.
Four Corners.
Yeah,
next
Four
year.
Corners is what we plan on doing next year
Right.
for sure.
That'd be cool.
Definitely ride to Alaska. It's on the list. I don't know where it on that list, but it's on there. But I think next year we're gonna try to knock the Four Corners out. I got a couple of lady friends that have done it, and I'm like, I got to get it in now.
Yeah, I want to do that too, but I don't think I'm ready for that. I want to do that too. So.
You definitely have to be ready mentally. That is
Right. Yeah.
for sure. Everything else can be in place, but if your mental for that ride is not right, it's just not gonna happen. Because there's a couple of times I've had to talk myself into staying on that bike. Like, what am I doing out here? Like, okay, a couple more miles, we're gonna stop, drink, get something to eat, get back on it. But yeah, mentally you gotta be prepared.
So let me ask you this: how do you prepare mentally? Being that you brought that up, what's a nugget that you would give the viewers, like when you're trying to prepare for?
Honestly,
Right,
for
like
me, to mentally prepare for riding on those long trips, I just like to get out there and just ride. So I want to feel comfortable on the bike. If I'm not comfortable when I'm out there riding, then I'm not going to be able to relax and, like he says, lock in. So like getting out there and get some of those short rides in to where I just don't even think about getting on the bike and just go. Like that's enjoyable riding when you're not having to really think about it.
Okay. So you said just do it. Just
do it.
Yeah. Nothing to it. Just do it.
Make sure your maintenance right and you be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big part of it too.
And be in ride shape.
That's what I'm saying. That
Like
ride
what
shape.
she was saying, that's what we call it, ride shape. Don't do Four Corners if you ain't rode in the last 6 months.
Right.
Ooh.
Your body got to be used to sitting in that seat, taking that punishment. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
investing in a good seat would probably help.
That part.
Let me tell you a funny story. Is I had a 08 Crossbone Harley Davidson. I've told this before, but I had a King and Queen seat on it, and it looked great. Everybody thought it was beautiful, but when you'd be in that pack and you'd be on the road for about 100 miles and you start twerking on that bad boy and you realize it's not as comfortable. Just because it looks pretty doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
Stopping at every gas station, I was not a happy camper on that bad boy, but
Hey,
Yeah.
looks versus function. Which one you choosing?
Yeah.
right.
Facts.
Yeah, definitely want
I
to be
was-
comfortable.
I would
Gotta
say
be.
a ride. I'll say a ride that I would recommend be going up into like New Hampshire. If you guys never been up there, the roads up there are beautiful. They also have Mount Washington. You can actually ride your bike up there, or you can take a little train up there. So
They went
I'll say
to Canada.
something y'all can
You
look
guys
into.
just a couple weekends ago. You guys just made a Canada trip. You got to be able to leave the country to go on that. So I wasn't able to go on it.
Yeah,
But
we
no,
were going to take it up to Niagara Falls one time, but somebody decided to get a new bike.
So we only made it to Buffalo. I mean, Baltimore.
Baltimore.
That was a good ride. That was a good ride to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
No, it's a nice riding up that
We
way.
saw you out there getting wet.
Listen. Will was like, "You want to get on the boat?" I was like, No, I don't want to get on the boat. I'm good right here on the side."
And that's what we went for. We was gonna get on the boat. She wanted
He's
to
like,
walk
"We
through the
need to
tunnel.
be close to the action. This is the action right here on the side on the rock." I'm not doing that. Yep.
I will say it definitely was a great ride. I know what me and Gab was talking about trying to do Toronto next year.
Mhm.
So I mean, if everything lines up and you guys want to hit up Toronto with us, hey, you're more than welcome. Take that ride.
Yeah, that'll be dope to ride with y'all.
Let us know a date in advance.
Yeah, because we got a hump to get to y'all.
That part.
Oh, don't worry,
Yeah.
it's Gab doing all the planning. So
Ah! All right, I'll send the
I'm just like,
itinerary. No, facts. I can't wait to go back.
So see y'all have y'all shirts. Are those shirts that y'all have on for sale to people, or how?
No, these are just our personal shirts that we had made, but we are working on that. That is coming soon. I keep saying it, but it's going to eventually happen.
Yeah,
definitely gotta have
we need
the
merch.
gear.
We need stickers. I
Yeah.
know. When I seen y'all at GQ event, I know I personally I didn't have like any merch. I didn't have any stickers and stuff. So when I see y'all next year, I definitely want to swap stickers
Absolutely.
and definitely support and stuff. It was nice when I
Absolutely.
got to meet y'all. So
Hopefully, we have some shirts by then.
Yes, we will. Y'all gonna put
I
the
was
pressure.
saying, ain't no hopefully.
right.
It's happening. It's happening.
Pressure. I work best under pressure. Okay, got to get it done. Merch coming soon.
Yes, we love to see it. Definitely let us know.
Yes.
So I did have a question because I did watch our video when y'all did the I-10 to the end. And when y'all got out to Santa Monica, did y'all venture out while y'all was out there in Cali? Did y'all get some time to?
We actually stayed in Cali for 3 nights. So,
Okay.
but the weather sucked.
Yeah.
It rained. It was cold. So
We didn't get to do much of nothing in Cali while we were there.
relax.
That's weird. Because
Well, we
when I
slept
was in
a
Cali,
day. We slept for a whole day.
Y'all slept for a whole day?
Yes, because we originally were only going to stay in Cali for 2 days, but we got that. We was like, we're going to add an extra day on here. So we slept, recouped. But then, it was cold and wet and rainy out there. I was mad.
which is weird. I was in California I lived in California for 3 years. I was stationed out there in San Diego, and literally, I think we got rain all of maybe like one time out of the 3 years I was there.
Crazy.
So,
Crazy.
We've been in
Hearing that-
California a lot, and we normally don't get rain. But that trip, it was just end of March. It wasn't good.
Mm-mm. We went through all the extreme weather on that trip.
I think a ride I want to do would be like the Redwood Forest. I hear it's like really beautiful up there. I've seen pictures and stuff. So I think that's a ride that I got a plan for.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
So what's some like gear that you like must have when you're going on a trip? You say you had different elements and everything like that. Like what's gear that you're like, okay, I need to make sure that I have this.
So in my right saddlebag, I
Mhm.
keep only the stuff that I need for those issues. I have my heated pants, have my heated jacket, have my rain gear. That stays in the bike all the time. Don't
Okay.
come out. I got like 4 pair of gloves that I ran through during one trip because it would rain so much. So you got to have multiple pair of gloves, definitely. But yeah, definitely all those elements and a hoodie. I always keep a hoodie in the bike.
Everything she said.
Yeah,
Same thing right there. Okay.
yeah.
And he keep his eyeball on the dash. You always gotta keep that.
That little thing is old and falling apart now, getting weatherized. But you know, it's been on every long trip with me, so I can't go without it. I don't care if that joker just don't even look like an eyeball no more. It's gone.
You need a new one.
Yeah, I need a new one. But
So I would say, who, when y'all go on these long rides, who you say is more clean when it comes to their bike? Like who has to stop and wipe their bike every chance they get?
nobody.
It's the singing.
You gotta let that bad boy stay dirty.
Nah,
man.
I think we might have to have a karaoke between
Yes.
Gab and Mr. Fio.
Hey,
You
that's
understand?
when we get
Red Eye
home we
Oil.
get clean. On this trip, nah.
I think there's only been one time that we actually washed our bikes on the trip is when we got to Cali that one year. We washed
They had a
them.
bike wash.
Yeah, we washed them there, but typically we'll wash them before we leave and they'll get washed when we get back.
I don't care how dirty it get.
He's like,
Bike fit better when they got a
I ain't
little-
worried.
Let him know it don't matter if his bike is clean or dirty. He always gonna get compliments.
Just saying.
Hey, that paint job. Hey, the paint good. The paint job is good. Only reason why I asked that because I do see like a lot of times people will get to stops and they just want to keep wiping them. I don't wipe mine down. To
Yeah, I ain't doing all that.
Yeah,
I just wait till I
I've
get back
seen it happen a lot.
Yeah.
So who would you say ride more out of the two of you?
You trying to look like this because this year he had one more trip than me, but it's
It's been a little neck and neck this year.
this year. Yeah, this year's neck and neck because you know when we did I-10 to the end, we came back, was here like 4 days, and then she took off going to Jacksonville. I didn't make that trip, so you know I've been hearing about it all year.
as you should.
And I have a goal this year to, I'm trying to. Last year was 20,000. I didn't make it. This year is 30,000. So I gotta keep going. So.
So how many miles are you averaging each month?
So I had calculated that I need to get like 2,500 a month.
Okay.
I have fallen short the last 2 months, but I have some trips coming up that's gonna make up for it. So
Okay.
I think I'm gonna get it. We're gonna see.
I hope you do. I remember seeing you say post something about the 30K. I think that's dope.
I'm over halfway there, so we'll see.
I think I should start doing that because when I go ride, I usually don't care about like how many miles I'm doing. I just want to just get out and I just like to just get there and go. To be honest.
I'll look at the end of the year. What I got is what I got. You know.
Yeah. I just want to get out there and go. As long as I'm feeling that win.
If I had a great year, to me personally, and I didn't have but 10,000 miles, who cares? If I had a great year and it was 30,000 miles, it really don't matter. It matters to the person how you feel.
Right.
How that whole year, if you feel like you got out or whatever. So I don't be caring about the number, but she does just because she set herself a goal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I don't have a goal. My goal be how many locations can I hit? It don't really matter about the miles.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
can dig
feel.
that.
I just wanted to
Oh,
break
that'd
some
be
state lines. As long as we were breaking state lines, it's all that matters.
Yes. Get them state signs.
Yes, we trying to get all the lower 48, so that's on the list too, to get all the lower 48, a little over halfway there. So yeah.
So have any of you guys ever done any like speaking about getting miles and riding your bike on a reg, do you guys do like practice and like actually go to like courses and whatnot?
Nope, she done one, and when I first got my bike with the 23, I would go in the parking lot and practice the U-turns and all that, just because with a 23 it's a little different, you know. And when you ride with other fellas, you don't want everybody looking back at you doing a 4 point turn and whatnot. So, you know, I had to get my skills right to be able to ride with anyone.
He said, "Y'all ain't gonna be talking about me."
Hey, but no, I hadn't did that in a while. Need to. I would like to go one of them advanced rider courses.
Yeah.
When I did it, it was like you think you outride and you think you know what you're doing, but then when you actually, you know, try these different maneuvers and they like, okay, try this, try that, you're like, dang, I don't know what I'm doing here. Just on the bike riding.
Those courses are pretty impressive, that's for sure.
So would you say, so for like not just new riders, but just the everyday rider, would you recommend that they do get out there and experience these courses, you know, so that way they can better themselves?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, I've been riding for 19 years now, and I still would love to take the advanced rider course. You know, I don't know if I want to do it on my bike, but you know, that's
Can be hurt. You're like, oh, what?
You scrape that, it is what it is. But you know, I mean, if I give me a new bike, I probably wouldn't mind doing it.
Okay.
Shao Will's that's his biggest push is everybody going to those courses.
Well,
I mean,
my thing is just practice.
Good. It is good though.
Yes.
It's practice, you know, because the reason why I try to like get people to like tell people like, hey, make sure you're out there practicing this, because Cutoff is he's a testament to this. I ride out here and there's some people I see that just not that great. And sometimes when I ride with just random people, sometimes you run into people who, you know, could probably use a lot of practice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it'll definitely help you in any situation. The advanced course I went to when I did it, it was only when I had a sport bike. So I would definitely want to go do an advanced course with my Harley and see how, you know, I fared with that. Because everybody that was in the course with me, they was all on Harleys. I was like the only one on a sport bike. So, and that was back in San Diego. So they made it mandatory that you had to do it in the military. So you had to do basic and then advanced. And then after that, you could do whatever else you wanted to do. So
Yeah,
I push
Texas,
it. Safety is important.
when we first started riding in Texas, you didn't have to take the course. And so we just had permits, and then they changed the laws. And so we went and took the course. So we had took it once before a long time ago. But like getting out there, and even when you're riding, practice doing different things when you're riding. Like for me, like when I get ready to come to a stop, I'll be trying to practice my slow roll, you know, like don't put your feet down, you know, do different things while you're out there. And those things help you also.
Yeah, I like looking at those. I see some videos sometimes where people are like swinging their bike and stuff. And I think you had touched on it earlier about being able to maneuver your bike. I have a 23 Road Glide too. So I'm trying to get better at moving my bike and be more comfortable with it. You know, if I need to make a quick move. So I definitely understand that. So I would be interested in doing one of those advanced courses as well. Just so if I need to, I can move on so the way that I need to.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you just ride every day, if you get on your bike, even if it's for 5 minutes, I mean, you're always going to experience something new, no matter what. The weather's always going to be different. Somebody's going to be driving erratically. Somebody's going to be driving mad. Something's going to happen. No matter when you get on that road, something's going to happen. So ride every day, and you're always going to get better. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. I have a funny story to tell you. To be honest, when I first got a bike, so I never rode like sports bikes or did any of that kind of stuff. I got a bike, and I got a Vulcan 900. We picked it up from this Vietnam vet, and I didn't know what to do or how to ride it. I knew how to crank it up, and I went to a friend of mine he rode with U.S. Military Vets Motorcycle Club, and I got to his house early one morning before he was awake, so he didn't know I didn't know how to ride, and he had a long driveway, and I cranked that bike up and I rode in circles around this driveway for 45 minutes until he walked out. And he was like, "Hey, you want to go? You ready to go ride?" Like, I didn't even know you were out here. And we took off and we rode. And I earned the name Road Rash for a little while because I refused to let anybody know I didn't know how to ride. And I figured it out. But That's not the way to do it. That is not the way. That is absolutely inappropriate and not called for. And you should not do that.
He said, definitely don't do that.
We do not. We do not. Yeah, we
No.
don't condone those activities.
No, but you're absolutely right.
In Alabama, though, you didn't need a license to ride a motorcycle. As long as you had a driver's license, you could
Oh
hop
wow.
on a bike.
Yeah, they ain't having that in Virginia.
Texas either.
Up here in CT, the most they do is you don't have to wear a helmet, which I think is ridiculous. But
Yeah, I wouldn't.
And we
I
have
don't think I would
accidents
choose
every
not
day.
to wear a helmet.
Yeah, me neither.
Texas no helmet state too.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah,
a
the
mortician,
accidents,
I
like,
think a
every
lot of
day.
people that have chose not to wear helmets, and I get it, they regretted those decisions.
oh
Our
yeah,
brain
I'm pretty sure they do.
people regret those, quite often. Luckily, when I got hit, I had a full face on.
Mm.
Nothing happened, but yeah.
I
Go
do wanna
to those
get back
riding
on-
courses, ladies and gentlemen.
I do want to hit on that slow roll. Gab didn't want to tell you this, but I kind of showed her up on the road coming to a stop. Like,
You know what? I got receipts, so I got receipts. Bro.
She didn't want to tell you that.
I got receipts, y'all. Y'all don't even listen to him. When we say it. I
She
will-
got
I will pull you
gas
out.
receipts.
I got that too. I got the receipts. And you put your foot down.
we was having a little fun at light, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
That's when you practice those type of things,
Yep.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, we sitting there revving the engines and people looking at us like, what are y'all doing?
And I
Mind
will
me,
say, she did call it about the weather when we was riding, because I've seen the sun come out, and like Cutoff said, the weather's always forever changing. So the sun came out, I'm like, okay, I could go ahead and take off this rain gear, whatever. For the next hour and a half, nothing but freezing. I was like, oh my God.
Got to be more careful. So we stopped, man. I said, no, keep it. Don't put it back on there. Keep it up being on cold. I told you, man, you better wait.
I had to
Get
put
it out.
I had to put on my whole shiesty mask on. I was like, listen, nah. I guess up for this.
I ain't put that blueprint. I was
And you waited an hour and a half to pull over?
Listen, hey, the Marine Corps ain't raised nobody to be no punk. All right.
I feel you on that. If it was just me and her, I wouldn't care if it was 2 minutes later. Nah, I changed my mind.
Nah.
I'm not finna.
Hey, hold on. Turn over here.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it though. I'd have been in the desert where it's like cold as all heck, and then I've been in like extreme heat, so I'm pretty used to it. I was like, all right, I bared enough, hour and a half, okay. And then once we went to Niagara Falls, it was hot again. Right after I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
So definitely try to make that trip again. I'll say do it around like July time frame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do that whenever we do Four Corners, because I don't see myself being back up in that eastern upper corner too often. We got to kill multiple birds with a few
Have y'all
stones.
been to First Mile?
No.
Have y'all been to First Mile?
Mm-mm. There's a couple. Like I said, we got a lot of things on our list, and I think we'll knock off a lot of those when we do that. The Four Corners.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first mile's in Maine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. I want to go there too.
I heard them hotels up in
It's only a weekend ride up me.
As I heard them hotels up in Maine, it's expensive.
Oh Lord, don't tell me that.
Nah, it depends. It depends on where you go. Because I stay in Bangor, Maine, which is right by. And I'm actually going there in September again. But it's right by the national park up there, Acadia National Park. And Bangor, Maine, we found one that was pretty good in price. So I can definitely send y'all that one. And it's like an hour away from the Canada border.
Mm. Okay.
So it's a good ride too.
Yeah, we need that information.
Share, please.
Share, please.
Like that ride, I'm telling you, if you go there, you might as well just have your passport and go right over Canada. I'm honestly, it's like the ride itself is just beautiful. Open roads. There's really no cars. The only thing you to worry about is moose. That's it.
Oh,
Mm.
Right?
Just don't ask him about riding through Tennessee.
Yeah, no, I would never do it again. That's where my
Tennessee.
Why,
tire.
what was wrong? What happened?
we rode
I was
through
coming back
Tennessee.
from I was coming back from Oklahoma. I passed through Memphis on my way to Nashville, and I'm like, okay, I'm making good time because I was going to stay the night in Roanoke, Virginia, and
Okay.
I hit a patch of road that was all chewed up from one side to the next, going like 80, 85. Because I love y'all speed limits out there in Tennessee, and when I hit that pothole, I done came off the whole entire seat and
Oh.
caught a speed wobble because my front tire, the front rim had bent. And
Ooh.
so my bike stayed in Tennessee for like a week, and
Mm.
now I got a 21-inch on there now.
Good old Moonshine Harley Davidson didn't try to fix it. They just tried to sell him a new bike.
Mm. Look there.
Sheesh.
But they looked out and they gave me a new tire on there, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah. He came down here and hung out with me. I heard that. I still hear about it, how horrible our roads are. So I know, brother. Hell, I ride in Birmingham. I know. I know.
I mean, but wait till you ride in New York, though. Wait till you ride in New York City. New York roads are pretty bad. I was dodging potholes on the bike, so
I will say there are a lot of states out there that don't take care of their roads. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I went through that in Pennsylvania. Like it was like 5 miles of ungravel road, and there was no sign saying, "Hey, caution." Like at least in Virginia, if they have road work, they'll say, "Hey, be careful." It was none of that, and I was by myself. By then, me and Shaw Will had already split, and I'm sitting here holding on to my bike, and I'm like, "Gap, you better not drop this bike. You better not drop this bike in the middle of the road. You don't know where you are." So you definitely gotta be careful,
Yes.
going to different states that you're not used to.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all can testify to riding in Texas. You really got to take care of your bikes to be riding out there. That heat, the roads have nothing to do with the heat. They'll tear your bike up. In my perspective, the way when we rode through it, it would tear people's tires would melt. It was a horrible experience. It was a horrible experience.
You put your bike on the kickstand, that asphalt will be too hot, bike will fall over. Yeah.
Mm.
oh man, that happened to me in Cali with my sport bike. I
Yeah.
was like, oh man, I do something wrong. They say, nah, it's just too hot.
We just be used to the heat. I mean, we live here, so I mean, we gotta deal with it. You just won't ever
Yeah.
see someone say, "Meet me on the bike at 3 p.m."
Yeah.
Not ever.
That's not.
I'm actually planning to ride to Texas. I do want to come out there to Texas. Trying to see when. Well, you said a good time is before September, so I gotta try to see when I can get that way. If it's not this year, it'll definitely be next year because I do have a ride going to Detroit for a biker bash, and then I'm going to Virginia to see Just Gab's meet and greet. Show some love for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love the sound effects.
So if you guys are ever in the area during that time, was it August 22nd?
Yes, August 22nd is the next meet and greet location at Colonial Harley. And then I have 2 more locations after that.
Yeah, we won't definitely be around in time.
But before we get out of here, I do want to share this one comment from our good friend here, Gliding, Riding, and Smiling. He says that you are also the hottest couple on YouTube.
Hey.
So
Yeah.
but I'll send it over to Cutoff because I believe we're almost at our time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you guys, Foxy, Red Eye, do you guys have anything that you have going on or anything you want to share before we sign off?
What we got going?
We about to be outside. We got a few trips planned. We're gonna be out east a couple of times. We're going to South Carolina soon. We'll be in North Carolina. We'll be Nashville. So we're outside.
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah. So if y'all see us, say what's up.
Hey, definitely.
Shy Will, Just Gab, you guys have anything before I sign out?
Yeah, I got a little reminder, y'all. So, y'all know I got the next location for my meet and greet that is on August 22nd at Colonial Harley between the hours of 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. for their bite night. Pull up on you, girl. Hit me up on the socials. Pull up.
Yes.
indeed.
Pull up.
As for myself, I do have. I should be shooting. Putting a new video out soon. It'll be a install video, and then also, if you are going to be in the Detroit area, August 29th, I will be there for the Lavish Biker Bash. So I'll be prepping for that. And as I just mentioned, I'll be in Virginia for the meet and greet, showing support for Just Gab. Any other rides I have coming up, they far off. But yeah, I enjoy y'all night.
Foxy, Red Eye. That was more than just a conversation. It was a blueprint, a master class, and loyalty, love, and living loud. To everyone watching, go follow Fire and Ice Chronicles on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Support creators who ride with purpose. And remember, whether you're riding solo or riding suicide, stay in your lane, but don't fear the left. Every mile is a memory. Every voice is a legacy. Stay dangerous.
Stay there.
And remember, keep them twos down.
Absolutely. Yes.
Peace.
Peace.